Hey guys, Mr. Lane here, coming to you with a video to help give you just kind of a crash course in Adobe Premiere Rush. Make sure you check out the video first on how to record and then rename your voice memo files, because that's going to make things a lot easier when you start using Premiere Rush. It's going to make it easier for you to move around your files and make sure that you have everything organized. So make sure you check that one out first. But once you're ready to start using Adobe Premiere Rush, you're going to log into the iPad, and of course the code is 987654. Again, that's 987654 to unlock the iPad. First, you're going to go into the Kanji app, and this is where you can see the apps that we have available here at Butler Tech. And you're going to scroll down and you're going to find this Adobe Premiere Rush. And we are going to make sure that you get it, make sure that you reinstall it. And once that happens, you'll need to give it a little bit of time, but we can go ahead and then open up the app. You're going to get this screen here that's going to ask you to create a new project. And of course, you are going to say yes. By the way, if you have if it's asking you to sign in, to Adobe, that's a separate video that is linked to this assignment in YouTube, or excuse me, a separate video that has been created that is in YouTube and is linked to this assignment. So you'll want to check that one out and then pop back over to this one. All right. Once we are here, the first thing we're going to do is name the project, right? So whatever the name of your podcast is, you're going to want to use that. So if you remember in class, I said that mine was Lit with Lane. And this is going to be episode 1. All right. We're done here. We know that that's going to be the project name. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to import files. We're going to import from files. We are going to pull a number of things in here. First, we're going to go on my iPad. And I want to go through and I want to find all of the files that I had previously created and named to make it easy. So I'm going to do episode 1 intro. I'm going to do episode 1 plot summary, episode 1 character discussion, episode 1 setting, episode 1 theme. Then I have my episode 1 commercial, which is Nike. Then I have my episode 1 in-depth analysis. And then I have my episode 1 outro. So now I have all of these ready to go. Those other ones I know I'm not going to use. I can ignore those. And I'm going to open them up. And it's going to show me this. And I'm going to create. Now it brings me to this mixing board. And if I want to just test it out right now, see what it sounds like, I can hit play.
This is your favorite commercial from Nike.
Welcome to the Lit with Lane podcast. I am your host, Nathan Lane. So the first thing I noticed there was that it seems like the commercial got put into the wrong spot, which is okay. So to move things around, I'm going to highlight them and then just move them. And to make these a little bigger, to make them easier to see, you just kind of click and drag here. I want to move this one down, get some space here. Move these all around until I have them in the right spot. And I can move around with all of these.
And finally, we have the episode 1 outro.
Now that's the outro, so I know it needs to go last. So I'm going to put it all the way at the end. Then I want to find my, and again, I can make this larger. So I know my in-depth analysis goes right before my outro. So I'm going to move it down here. All right. I know the intro goes first, so I'm going to move it all the way over here. And you can see what I'm doing here, right? I am just moving things around to make sure that they are in the correct order. All right. I can always do a couple things here. Let's see. I want to do characters. I want to move characters to the end there.
This is the theme and what?
That's the theme. So I want to talk about setting after the characters. So I'm going to take this, move it down here. Make sure everything is in the correct order. Let's move this down even further to give myself space. All right. And I can come and listen to it. Welcome to the Lit with Lane podcast. Now, here's another great thing that I can do. I can put some intro music in here, right? So I want to browse my audio. I click on that right menu, get to audio, and come over here to loops. And I can listen to all these different loops. So let's say I want to do funk soul, cocoa folk. I'm going to add that. And I'm going to put it, of course, at the beginning for my intro, right? But I want that to kind of open up and then go over a little bit of the half. But while I'm doing this, I don't want it to be that loud. So I'm going to pull the clip volume down to 15. I can listen to it. This is going to bring me in. Welcome to the Lit with Lane podcast. And then as my voice comes in, it's going to pull down a little bit. Today we're going to be talking about The Pit and the Pendulum, one of Edgar Allan Poe's classic short stories. He's the master of suspense, and I'm going to try to follow in his footsteps and talk to you a little bit more about this one, but keep you interested until after this commercial break. And then I'm going to put the same thing in here. I want to add another for my outro. I'm going to go to Browse. This time I'm going to go with the funky R&B or R&B cocktail full. And I'm going to add that at the end. All right. I'm going to edit it. So again, the clip volume is down. And let's see how this is going to finish.
And finally, we have the episode 1 outro.
Right. So we've gone ahead and created everything we needed to create. All right. And we can always come back in and add more things. One of the cool things we can do as you move on and get a little bit more, you can start recording instead of doing the voice memos in the voice memo app. You can start recording your speech, right? Your podcast information right here in the app. I'll show you how to do that as we move to episode 2. But for right now, that is kind of a very basic explanation on how to do it. When I come back down here, let's go ahead and play here. Lane Podcast. I am your host, Nathan Lane. And let's go over here. All right. Once we are ready to go, we are going to go to share, and it's going to be ready to export. I'm then going to hit export. It's going to render this. It's going to take a little bit of time. You can see the percentage here. You can see the percentage here. It's going to take a little bit of time to get through that because you are creating a brand new media file. Once that is finished and you have your podcast episode ready to go, you are going to go to Schoology, and in that submission spot, you're just going to type complete and let me know what iPad number you are on. So in this case, this is iPad number 27. So I would go to the submission spot and say complete iPad number 27. All right. I know this is brand new. This is something that's going to be really good. I mean, this is practice, right? We're going to have to play around with this a little bit, but don't be scared of it. Just keep in mind, you can always, redo things. You can take stuff out. You can add stuff in. Don't panic about it. We're all here to learn. If you have questions, don't forget to ask. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.